coming up, we're going to really focus on concentrating on that last rep. How many times have you been working out? I always used to joke because I used to teach fitness classes, and the clients, my clients who I trained face to face, I always could tell which ones they were in the class because they always focused on that last rep and getting the most out of it versus the other people who didn't know how important that last rep is. So that last rep is the one that's making the biggest impacts, right? So in order for us to build our body and to put muscle on, we really have to work hard and we have to go through some discomfort. And often that last rep is uncomfortable and we tend to just let it drop. I'm going to demo sort of what I see a lot of. So like that last rep, right? You're like bringing it up and you're so tired and you go, right? You just drop it down. That last rep, if concentrating on going down as slowly as you can, and I specify a lot of times, like down for a count of 3. But even if I don't, that last rep should be probably the slowest eccentric movement that you are doing out of the 12 or 15 reps. So if you can't control it for a count of 2 or 3, you're probably achieving that like threshold of failure, which is good, but also not necessary. We literally don't need to get to a point, especially, as we get older, to be pushing to a point where we're no longer able to get it above our head. That's failure, right? So if you're pushing and you jump up, you're using your legs and you're still just not able to get it up, as long as you can control it coming down, that's, typically what we would say is reaching failure. Is it necessary? No, if your body is feeling great and energetic and your joints are feeling safe and your neck is feeling good, then by all means try to reach failure, never compromise form ever. So you're not like, trying to get it above your head and doing this, right? You're still in perfect form, reaching that point of failure. But more importantly, reaching that failure is that eccentric lowering of that last rep. And if you're not able to lower it super slow, then you're probably reaching a certain type of threshold, which is through that failure, which is great, right? So for example, if I'm on my 15th rep, I get it up, it's heavy, and I'm just really struggling to control it coming down, that is a really good place to be in the last rep. If you're first starting out, if this is your first spring session with me, probably don't try to achieve that until, at least another month or 2 or next session. But if you are new and you've been consistent with the lifts, feels okay. If you're not feeling the workouts, this is a great way to intensify that the workout and making sure you're getting the most out of it. So I want you to this week to really focus on that last rep of every single exercise you do, slow and controlled. I know I don't always specify, sometimes I don't, especially at the very beginning of the workout. As you get later on into the workout, you're probably not going to be able to control the movements as well because your muscles are getting tired. This is sort of what we want to achieve, but always maintain the muscle doing the work, not momentum, okay? So I never, ever, ever, doesn't matter how tired and exhausted you are, want to see that, never. Like not even rep 1, rep 2, rep 3, your muscles are always doing the work, never using momentum, dropping down. You're literally wasting 50% of the workload, probably even more in my opinion. So really slow and controlled in that last one. If you do something like this, where you're going down as slowly as you can, that is equivalent to probably 5 more reps that you wouldn't be able to do because you're not going to be able to pump it up your head. So please focus on that this week. That is your nugget for the week.